Alas, it is unfortunate. History gives us insight. Here lies a great story, yet not a single record remains. This story...
Please, hear my tale. Please, stop and listen. People are trying to go about their busy lives. So, out with it. Let's hear about this great and wonderful history. Don't tell me I've got to pay for it.
You cannot buy history with money, but nothing in life comes without a cost. Wait, where are you going? Hey, how about this? I'll tell you first, then you can pay if you like it. This tomb is the resting place of a loyal servant who sacrificed himself to support a king from ancient times. When the king beheaded this servant, white blood poured out. Flowers fell from the sky, and the heavens and earth wept. And the tombstone for that servant was placed by the king himself. So, was my story worth a bit of buckwheat jelly and pork? Mr. Kim should pay for the tale! Or would you prefer another one?
So naive. Listen, you're just gonna keep letting people choose whether they pay for your stories or not? Hold on. Why are you calling me Mr. Kim? My last name isn't even Kim. Did you say buckwheat jelly and pork? Aha! You're a Gabby, aren't you?
How did you figure it out? Jeez, here goes nothing. Stand back or you'll get hurt. What's with people here? The soup mold, Mr. What's with people here? The soup mold, Mr. Kims, were always...
Oh, I was just joking. Are you a real dokebi? What in the world are you doing here?
What do you mean? I'm just making a living. What else? Since I've been exposed, I might as well say it out loud. I'm starving. Could you please get me something to eat?
What's the secret to my... There's people waiting! Let's move...
I know my story was interesting, and yet everyone just got up and left without paying. That stings a little. Wow, this buck... I know my story was interesting. This pork... Oh, you seem like honest Mr. Kims. Do you want to hear another exciting tale from history?
Nope, one is plenty, thank you. Are you lost or something? What's a dokebi doing down here instead of up in Dokebi Forest?
I know my story was interesting, and yet everyone just got up and left.
Not so secret anymore, is it? Who was his secret mission?
If you've been sending your prayers to the gods of heaven and earth, stop now. The line is far too long. Your prayers will not get heard. Not in this lifetime. Instead, send your prayers this way. Hey, wake up. You've got visitors.
Who are you talking to? Is that a broom? Who put it here?
This is Prey Kebi. He's also on an undercover mission, hence the silence. May the hearts of all Mr. Kims warm in front of this pagoda, and may their deepest, most heartfelt prayers be heard. However, when all eyes are closed and their sins can freely spill out, it's quite interesting what things you can hear. Whew, that was a lot of talking. I'm getting thirsty. Ahem. If only I had a refreshing bowl of icy cold makgeolli.
Well, they say Dokkaebi always repay a favor. I'll find a nice place close by. See you there.
Indeed. Prekebi will gladly repay the favor. Don't worry. This place is just perfect. We shall see what kind of stories we can unearth here. Strange Mr. Kim informed Mr. Kim. Come have a drink with us. Ah, this is our friend Prekebi.
Are you guys drinking again? I will pass. I drank all the glasses the Mr. Kims filled for their prayers.
Okay, now that your belly's full, tell us, what is this secret mission you've come all the way here for?
I'm on a secret mission on the Dokkaebi Princess's orders. I've come to find a Kebi cap.
Gebi cap? They have caps specially designed for Dokkaebi? Why on earth do you think you'd find something like that in Darbol?
It's a cap that grants you invisibility powers, and the princess claims that she lost it in Darbol.
Whoa, I knew that Dokkaebi were magical, but I didn't know there was such a thing.
Is that really something worth getting hung up on right now? Our lives are at stake if we don't find it. Is that really something worth getting hung up on right now? Our punishment would be welcome. Much better than the King Duoxini chewing us up and spitting us out. And the tales of ages past. All I've stored will be wiped away. The king has been robbed of his most precious Kebi Bath. Therefore, our princess set out to search for the Kebi Bath, a seemingly impossible task without the Kebi cap, in order to avoid reigniting the king's wrath.
Perhaps all you Mr. Kims have heard the story. The incident that occurred in Moodle. A case of murder.
Oh, yeah, that incident. But what about it? The official statement was that the suspect fell down the well, no?
It wasn't simply a murder case for us. The victim involved was a very close friend of ours, the Chief of Sumo.
Most Mr. Kims are unaware of the true reason for the chief's murder. They don't know he was actually killed for possessing the Kebi Bat. The king, being a good friend to the chief, lent him the bat. And he was furious when he learned the chief was murdered and the bat was missing.
Ah, I remember reading about it on that poster. Is that why the Sumo village fell into ruin?
Indeed. but it wasn't intended. Not only did the king like Thumol, he was quite fond of all the Mr. Kims. But to hear of the death of his dear friend, a Mr. Kim, and to see one take the life of another to fulfill their greed, that's what infuriated him. On a day much like today, the sky thundered in betrayal, and lightning happened to strike Thumol. We lost the lives of many Mr. Kim friends that day.
Gosh, I'm sorry for your loss. Huh? Didn't know it was gonna rain today.
Wait. This energy.
Ah! It's King Dwarfs and his soldier cabbies!
There's too many. Can we get away?
Our traveler here happens to be quite the brawler, so all you guys have to do is protect me.
Be careful! Mr. Kim's village is nearby! You see? They won't listen. They only obey the commands of their king.
They could overrun the village. How did you two Kebbies manage to stay alive?
King Dewakshani, in a rage, was going to turn everyone into soldier kibbies. The king managed to come to his senses in time for a few of us to be spared his wrath. Beneath that rage, deep down, the king still adored the Mr. Kims.
It was thanks to the princess's involvement that any Dokebi remained, because King Dwarkshani is crazy about his daughter.
He's crazy about his daughter. So the princess stopped him from hurting the humans?
That's right. The princess also really likes Mr. Kims, so he had to stop, for her sake. And he's lived with that decision until now.
But there's not much time. Your wrestling, I mean fighting skills, were amazing.
Would you like to take part in writing the history?
First, you must find the cap. I've heard the gossip of people that come to my pagoda. Old Mandangu of Dobo gets up before sunrise and goes about cleaning the village every day.
There's a chance he might have picked up the cap.
I don't know what that old man carries around with him, but I almost lost control of my disguise magic when I got too close. Rumor has it, he suffered from an illness at a young age, and ever since, he's developed some sort of hoarding habit.
What's so special about this Gebby bat? I mean, sure, anything of a Dokebi's probably ain't ordinary.
Haven't you heard of Biddy Bat Bop? Just if you find it, I will beg from today on, strange Mr. Kim and foreign Mr. Kim, we shall call you guys our friends. We believe in you.
heard that every morning you go around and clean the entire village. You never once spotted something cat-like?
Don't doubt my vision. I can even see the Kebbies on your back. They say if you fool the Kebbies, there's a big price to pay.
Whoa, they were right about you. You got the eye of a tiger. With eyes like that, surely such a cat wouldn't have gone undetected by you.
Sure, I might have picked it up, but I don't have it now. I also can't say I know. I will tell you I didn't give it away.
Novels? Heck, I'm not sure I know much about...
There's a book called The Dale Flower, and just reading it puts a smile on your face. They say a scholar named Samshik from Nopse wrote it, but that scholar wrote many other books besides The Dale Flower. They're all so popular. He's truly talented. That scholar said he was looking for someone to take on a ghost reading.
Does that mean all there's left for me to do is write about your journeys? Huh, where should I start? Hemo Island? Does that mean all there's left for me to do is... Does that mean all there's left for me to do is write about your journeys? Huh. Does that mean all there's left for me to do is write about your journeys? Huh, where should I start? Hemo Island?
That scholar said he was looking for someone. What is so special about this cap? I'm thinking I should have tried it on when I had the chance. Dulce?
here. This is the house Old Man Tongu mentioned. Scholar Samshik lives here, and you can rent books to boot. Historic Gebby used the excuse of ghost writing to wander off, while Prey Gebby's being used as a broom, sweeping the floor. From my knowledge, Scholar Samshik is the youngest of 3 brothers. Apparently, they were quite well off in Seoul, but moved here after losing everything. Wise of him to think of making a living off writing. The oldest brother headed to Nampo, and the second went to Dalbor. The older brothers were doing well, but Samshik, well, his writing wasn't the best. He had to work on a farm to make ends meet, when his writing suddenly improved, and voila! However, it seems his sequels haven't been doing so well recently. He's on all sorts of medication, trying to get himself back up. Nothing ever happens so. What do you think, Traveler?
I'm not like my... Oh! No. I was just writing the scene where the female lead of the Dolly Flower is searching for the male lead. A great writer knows the importance of channeling their characters' emotions. Is there a particular book you're looking for? Thank you for supporting my books. But what did you mean by help? Who told you I was in need of assistance?
They have some great ideas to get your creative juices going, and we're looking to strike a business arrangement.
Did you say across the sea? I was running out of ideas, and was starting to regret hiring a ghostwriter. But what did you have in mind? A what? You're a fraud. That's not an idea from across the sea. That's an object from our lands. One who wears the cap becomes invisible from head to toe. See? It's no exotic curio from across the sea. You're just trying to trick me.
Oh, that's strange. You're the first person I've met who knew anything of it. Perhaps you've seen this Kebby cap before?
A heap of curses upon those who lie to Dokebby. Where is the Kebby cap?
Talking broom! Please forgive me, Sir Kebbies, for I have sinned! I'll tell you everything, the whole truth. Please, just give me one chance. I used the Kebby cap to spy on the lives of certain individuals. My books were so realistic because it was all from real life. That's why they sold so well.
That's not what the cap was created for. Tell me, where's the cap now?
The thing is, I was heading to the wash place while wearing the cap, and I accidentally tripped and fell into the stream. That's when I lost it. I thought a wild animal might have picked it up, so I went to the mountains, and I came across this monster. It looked like it didn't have any legs or a head.
It seems a mountain animal may have worn the cap by coincidence. Only certain parts of the body become invisible if there is a hole in the cap.
So you're saying you took the cap, and then you lost it? You're gonna pay for this, you audacious Mr. Tim!
Over there. There's that only kind of visible thing, but that doesn't look like any animal. Its eyes. Is that also a... Its eyes. Did you get it? Did you? Show it to me. Aw, it's all... That's why it wasn't fully invisible. But is the cap any good now? Historic Kebby said a seriously damaged cap can't be fixed by just anyone. He recommended we take it to Auntie Aryang. Scholar Samshik, when he was in Peepin' Tom mode, said he saw that Aryang was raising a pair of siblings he took under his wings, and that if you brought the siblings a small gift of dried persimmon, he would fix up the cap for you in no time. And look, Auntie Aryang is a lot kinder than he looks, so don't be alarmed. I'll head off to tell the Kebbies that we found the cap.
They call me. My mother always had and smelled and heard nothing to.
You can call me the Big Bad Auntie. Our tavern is famous for our meat kupap. I will tear apart anyone who disturbs the peace of Nopse with my own two paws. I will tear apart anyone who disturbs the peace of Nopse with my... So this is what all the commotion was about. I'm sorry, but I've got children to take care of. Those siblings lost their mother to a tiger and almost... You brought this for them? I guess the Gebbies must really be desperate, huh? Hand over the cap and wait right over there. I'll fix it up quick for you. Here you go. How'd I do it so fast? That's just the power of the Stripe Folk. You don't need anything else, right? I've got two siblings I must take care of. You don't need anything else, right? How much? No fee for this. I know that, so please tell them to pay me a visit for the holidays. If they don't come, I'll tear that cap to confetti. Just kidding. Tell those Kebbies I want them to repay me by helping those two, who almost wound up becoming the sun and the moon. Just kidding. Tell those Kebbies I want them to repay...
So the legacy of the Kebby Cap can now live on.
Oh, finally! We can deliver good news to the princess. Thank you. It's reassuring to know that there are plenty of good Mr. Kims out there.
As for the writer, Mr. Kim, we took care of him, so you don't need to worry. Certainly. You should know that if a Mr. Kim dons the cap, his lifespan gets cut in half. So if you're eager to meet the Ten Kings sooner, then go for it.
Oh, no, thank you. Not for me, no, sir. I want to live a long and happy life with my wife.
Best not to risk it then. So, foreign Mr. Kim can bring the cap to the Dokebi Forest. Since foreign Mr. Kim was the one who found the cap, you should do the honor of delivering it to the princess yourself.
What if our traveler here decides to take off with the cap?
Have faith. We're friends, aren't we? Meanwhile, strange Mr. Kim, why don't you stay back and help us out?
We shall prepare some of the princess's favorite foods, then follow after you. So get going.
Wait a minute! Stop there! Where do you think you're going? This is where the Dokebi Princess resides, and in its current state of upheaval, not only... There's a...
Hey, Mr. Kim, do you want to speak with me? You've at least brought a red bean-free rice cake, haven't you? Mr. Kim? You're not safe here. If you don't want to be eaten alive, leave now. Oh, is this my cap? How did you... And who are you?
This traveler here has come from across the sea to help you, Princess. And I'm Dolce from Hanji County, their assistant.
You came from across the sea to help me? Is that true?
Princess, there's no time to waste. You must use the cap to go search for the bat.
If you lend me your aid, I promise to return the favor someday. But it's like a war zone in here. I'd be willing to go retrieve the bat myself, but Father is just too stubborn. Father will gobble up any Dokebi who sides with Mr. Kim's. He's endlessly spewing gobbled Kebis back out as soldier Kebis. He's even gotten into my hidden rice cake storage. He's being so petty, isn't he? I was secretly helping the Mr. Kims from Sumo. But when he caught on, he put a stop to that as well. And that's not the end of it. Father's soldier Kebis are going around tormenting any Mr. Kims who have lost their way in the forest. My father gives those lost Mr. Kims such terrifying quizzes, and if they answer incorrectly, they are beaten unconscious. My father gives those lost Mr. Kims such terrifying quizzes. How can he do this to the Mr. Kims? So now it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I will retrieve the red bean rice cakes by taking down the...
I knew that the Dokebi had a wicked side to them, but I didn't know they would gang up on lost travelers.
I know. This is so embarrassing. All of this over a bat. I agree that there's a charm to old objects. But is he really so dissatisfied with the new one I made?
Calm down, Princess. You know it's not about the bat. I heard that he was close, so close that he trusted him with the Gebi bat. I don't...
It's embarrassing to admit as a princess, but my father led me to believe that I could never go beyond Sumol. I thought something terrible would happen if I ever left, and I only realized after I grew up that it was just him being overprotective. Yes, and once when the cap accidentally fell off my head, I was almost caught by a group of Mr. Kims. Luckily, a person passing by hid me in that split second. That person turned out to be the Sato of the village. Yeah, and he returned me home safely. As a show of gratitude, he was allowed to borrow the Kebi bat. My father's dearest friend, the chief of Sumol, was entrusted with the duty of delivering the bat. They say the chief was murdered before he could arrive at his destination, and the suspect fell down a well. The Donghae office claims they're trying their best to find the bat, but they haven't found any leads so far. Thanks to you, Mr. Kims, I have my Kebi cap back. With this, I plan to infiltrate the Donghae office to uncover the truth.
You mean the Donghae office presided over by the Yongam of the East? Nah, he would have told you if he found the bat.
As the saying goes, the darkest shadow is cast directly beneath the lamp. You can never be sure of even your most trusted allies. Besides, the Yongam was the one who asked for it. I searched every nook and cranny of Nampo, but turned up nothing. The only place I couldn't look was the Donghae office. Some dark barrier, invisible to the naked eye, was blocking the way. However, my Kebi cap will allow me to break through it.
We know that cap's powerful, but it's still dangerous to go alone. We'll be waiting at the marketplace just in case, so come to us right away if something happens.
Such kind-hearted Mr. Kims. Thank you for your consideration. As for you Kebis, you shall protect this place until I return.
Two bowls of koopbap coming right up.
I'm back from escorting the princess. Phew, the tavern's unusually quiet today, don't you think, traveler?
That's 'cause it's a special day today in Nampo. Care to guess why that is? What? Ain't you seen a Pungmul troupe before? Come check us out. We're having a Pungmulin time over there.
No thanks. We're waiting for a friend. She'll be here any minute.
Don't be shy. Just take a peek at our performance. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I guarantee you. Well, seeing as you're not from Sumul, you might not be familiar with this tale. It's called Beady Bop Gebby Bat.
A Gibby Bat? What are you trying to do? The heavens will smite us all if we don't watch our mouths about the Gebbies.
Oh, don't be such a stick in the mud. I'm sure the Gebbies will enjoy a fun little story about them. We're not making fun of them. It's all a joke. So, what do you say? I know I got your attention. Come on, goes in. If you don't mind adding a bit of your energy, it's always more fun to join in instead of watching from the side.
You talking to me? No way, I'm not the person for that.
It ain't too hard, trust me. Just shout, "Ursu!" Let's go! Chihuahua! You can just riff on it. All right then, finish up your meal. We'll be waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our show. With a biddy bap, here comes the Gebby Bat!
Ursu! Ursu! Here comes the story loop! A wealthy Dokebia bat he did hold, a prized possession worth more than gold! Biddy bop, he would swing it with zeal! Money clinking, women giggling, biddy bop, it never fails!
Let's go!
Biddy bop a silk thread here, biddy bop a river there. With a biddy bop all manner of things appear. Whether lying sick or standing tall and proud, with a biddy bop that makes us shiver, we all bow down and down. But wait, what's that? What's that sound? A slice at hoe stole the bat? I go! Oh my, oh, what do we do? Oh, what do we do? The Dokebee wailed, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, and cried a huge hole in the sky. Knock, knock, who's there? Knock, knock, anyone? The Sato shouted, full of greed, step back, Biddy Bop, it's not your bat! One strong swing and Biddy Bop heads fell off with a flop. Those who saw gasped in shock and dismay. I go, what a pity! We'll just Biddy Bop, Biddy Bop, Biddy Bop away! The tired caddy wept and wailed until a shiny new bat he hailed. A crack of lightning had struck his foes, knocking nasty Dokebee down. One strong swing and Biddy Bop heads fell off with a flop. Those who saw gasped in shock and dismay. I go until our great king finally awakes. All of us will Biddy Bop away!
Isn't Isn't that story about us? Having fun, were you? I hope you had as much fun as I. Yes. And that is exactly the source of my deep disappointment.
I'm afraid it is what it is, Your Highness. We humans are not all sunshine and rainbows. Though that Pungmul guy gave me this scroll for helping him out with his performance.
A scroll? Let me see.
So you hear a bitty bop? You're curious what that sound means? That's right! Bitty bop! A thump with a bat and suddenly something magically appears! A full power swing with the Dokebi bat! Wow! Leaves you wanting to swing it more!
Pungmul troops may be talented enough to make up enticing stories, but this is not something you can draw without seeing it with your own. No, I have changed my mind.
What? What are you talking about? You're not going to return it to the king?
I saw a glimpse of the bat's history when I touched it. The Yangam of the East summoned Father with the power of the bat. He said to follow his words if my father wanted to protect the Mr. Kims. He said that if we didn't prepare an army for him, he would harm the dear Mr. Kims. I thought Father was simply creating soldier kebis out of rage over losing the bat, but a meager Mr. Kim had threatened him, and he was sacrificing the Dokebi because of it. No matter how much he cared about the Mr. Kims, our father, the king, whose throne does he serve? Is it for the sake of Mr. Kim's or the Dokebi?
Princess, what do you plan on doing?
Slay the soldier kebis and light up the altar. Then, sprinkle some horse's blood on the altar. Then my father will appear.
Driving. Cows are turp. My name is Moron. I'm trying to befriend.
betrayal from a trusted one cuts deeper than a knife. You, Mr. Kims, are no longer friends of Kenny kind. I, Dworkshani, King of the Dokkebi, shall rain down judgment upon you all! Return to where you belong.
Father, enough! You have proven your incompetence. You do not have what it takes to be the leader of us Dokkebi. Do you love Mr. Kims more than us? How much more Kebi blood must be spilled? Is this truly the choice you wish to make, Father?
That Mr. Kim is innocent.
So were the people of Sumol.
The Thunderbolts in Sumol. That was a mistake.
Lies! You knew from the start the bat had already fallen into the Yangam's hands. You gave in to their putrid blackmail. All to protect your beloved Mr. Kims. Isn't that what fuels your anger? How could you betray your own people in such a disgraceful manner? Foolish. So pathetic and foolish. Do not blame me if I choose to claim your throne as my own. Unlike your foul vision, my kingdom shall stand for the good of the Dokkebi.
You all right, Princess? Golly, after all that...
In all honesty, I'm just as lost as my father. I apologize to both of you, Mr. Kims, but I cannot let the few devilish Mr. Kims take advantage of our goodwill any longer. Without change, our kind will be erased one by one. The day will come when our great tales will only be found in legend.
But you gave one heck of a speech. King Dworkshani might finally change his ways. There must be a way to protect the Dokkebi Forest without having to turn your back on us. Plus, you've got your Kebi bat back. Nobody, not even that Yungam, can threaten you anymore. And with the care...
I would not have been able to retrieve the bat without your help. I can't say I'm thrilled about the idea. Thinking back, I believe I may have been too hard on my father.
Nah, some constructive criticism never hurts. It's fine, you guys are family. Who else would be able to speak like that to him? Arguing and apologizing is what brings families closer.
Even so, I still can't return the Kebi bat without him paying for all the Kebi sacrifices he has turned a blind eye to. Ah, why don't you give him a good smack on the back for me? Then let's have a feast after. Like you said, fighting and apologizing will tighten our bonds. And besides, food always tastes better after a good fight.
That's not what I was getting at. I guess I'll go prepare the feast then.
Love is blind, as you Mr. Kim say. Who would have known it was referring to my father?
Betrayal from a trusted one cuts deeper than a knife. You, Mr. Kims, are no longer friends of any kind. I, Duoxony, King of the Dokebi, shall rain down judgment upon you all! You are one strong, Mr. Kim. Be my friend.
It has come to this. My dear daughter, promise me just one thing. Mr. Kims are our friends. Will you please protect them?
Dearest father, my king, are you saying I would kick you out? No, of course I wouldn't. I'm upset with you, but not forever. I want to forgive you. Here, father. I am returning to you your Kebibat. So please, return our Kebis back to their dreamful selves again. Phew! It's done.
Even after many twists and turns, things ended well. So, between Mr. Kim's and the Dokebi, everything is peachy, right?
Yep. But as I said earlier, taking care of the Kebis will be my priority.
You're right. Okay. We'll be...
Thank you for your hard work. I will see the two Mr. Kims off to Dalbo. I've got the bat, so it should be a bitty bop in a flash. All right, safe travels. I hope your bravery and wisdom can inspire me again in the future.